Why is Bitcoin soaring all of a sudden? You may have missed this, but there's some big news in the money business. Let's talk about this for just a couple minutes. Here's what's going on. First of all, Bitcoin had been as high as $15,000 or $18,000 per coin or per share per unit, the way that they organize that. This is an enormous amount. It's highly speculative. It's one of the things that makes me very nervous about Bitcoin as a currency, because you can't very well have a currency where it's jumping around in value. Imagine if the dollar bills in your pocket were worth $1 today, 5 cents tomorrow, and then $14 2 weeks from now. That wouldn't be a sustainable arrangement. Part of what makes our economy work is that we have a flat valuation of our currency. Now, against other currencies in the world, they changed a little bit, but the dollar is considered to be one of the really stable currencies. So we measure things against the dollar. So Bitcoin is more like a stock where it flies up and down and it's changing all the time. It's very hard to keep track of. But it had fallen to about $3,000 over the last several months. And it's been very distressing to people because there are people that bought in at $14,000 and $15,000 that were losing enormous amounts of money. And all of a sudden, it's popped back up to about $10,000 a unit. What's behind this? Well, first of all, there are a lot of people who think that there's a lot of manipulation in the marketplace. And that manipulation is possible because it's not a typical registered security on the New York Stock Exchange, like a lot of the other stocks where there's supervision, there's attorneys, accountants, and all kinds of other people, government regulators that are paying attention to this. There are a lot of people who are able to manipulate the price. So there are people who believe that this manipulation is causing the problem. But that's not really what's probably giving Bitcoin the lift that it's gotten here in the last couple of weeks. The lift is coming because the tide is going higher. And why is the tide going higher? It's because there is a giant new entrant into the marketplace, and that player is Facebook. And now that Facebook has come into the cryptocurrency business, there's a very good chance that it's going to be real and it's going to be here to stay. And rising tides lift all boats. So Bitcoin is getting a lift. There are people who are going to say, well, Bitcoin's dead now that we have Facebook money, but not to worry, because there's going to be room for a couple of other players. It happens all the time that there's some new development and everybody rushes to run, and hide under their desks. But I don't think you need to worry about that. There's going to be room for some different players, different applications for different things. Bitcoin is the far ahead leader of the very early stage companies that have brought this technology, which is based on the blockchain, to bear. And I think they'll stick around. But Facebook is really the first one that's going to legitimize this. It's going to make it something that's serious, something that we can all take seriously, because that's a company that does trade on the stock exchanges, that is highly regulated and can't afford to fool around. So from a perspective of the money business, this is a legitimate type of deal. And listen, we're always working to give you the inside track on these types of things. The purpose of these Money Minutes is to share some insights and some information that will help you to do a better job, make more money in your businesses, and just run things in a better way. So just a quick little tip here on what's going on in the currency business. It's a great business, so go out and stake your claim.